Hi everyone and welcome to episode 41 of United City Randomiser. If you haven't checked out episode 40, I suggest that you go and do so. It was our sort of season preview for season 5. It talks you through everything that we did in the summer in terms of transfers, ins and outs. It talks about the finances of the club, talks about our expectations for the coming season. And it's, it might be a little bit of a longer episode to get through, but there was a lot to go through. But it really does help you understand where we are currently as a club and where we're looking to move to, and how we've gone about that this season. So yeah, go check out episode 40 specifically if you haven't. But today, episode 41 of United City Randomiser, we get to play Hertha Berlin in the Bundesliga, which is a really tough game, followed by one of our first Champions League games against Milan, which is really hard as well. So today, in terms of the team, we've had to rotate a little bit just because some players aren't quite fit enough to really get through games at the moment. So Tiru's out injured. You can see De Silva and Burnic. Burnic has come back from a really long-standing injury, so he's not quite ready yet. We've had to put Siflidis and Gravenberch on the bench just as midfield cover for some of these slightly rotated midfield players that we've got today. Other than the midfield, though, it's pretty much as we want it to be, our first choice 11. So we've got Kabul in goal, we've got Mania at right back, DiMarco at left back, Gimber and Kemp in central defence. Then we've got Saiki, Bischler and Mount in midfield. We've got Gundogdu on the right, Davies on the left and Rollheiser up front. So that's the side for today. Lots of opportunities off the bench for people as well. Decent game against Hertha Berlin. They sit in 4th, we sit in 5th, or 6th I think, sorry. So going to be tough, but let's get into the game and see what happens. So here are the two formations and lineups for the two teams. A couple of things that I wanted to make note of. So first, they're playing the 4-2-3-1. We're playing our 4-3-3 controlled possession type of tactic. That may change depending on what happens in the game. But the couple of things I wanted to point out is one is Dardai. He was on loan for us several seasons ago now as we moved up from Bundesliga 2 into the Bundesliga. You can see his quality isn't quite where we needed it to be, but he's done pretty well for them since he's gone back to them. Maybe we underestimated him slightly. He has come back to haunt us occasionally and got a goal here and there against us. So somebody for us to look out for today is Dardai. The other one, though, in terms of real quality is Rodrigo. They've brought him in on loan from Real Madrid for this season, and you can see he's an absolute superstar. Quite why even Madrid want to loan him out, I don't really know. They should be playing him surely, and upping some of his attributes by playing regularly and putting him in their first team. But for whatever reason, they haven't, and he finds his way to Hertha Berlin. So he's a really tricky opponent. He's going to cause us problems, I think, today. And the likes of Duda also, has got a lot about him. Looks a little average here and there, but plays well and controls the game for them quite well. So a couple of players to look out for there. For us, we've got most of our decent first choice 11 out. A couple of midfielders that are young, but we've got to give them a go at some point. Now's as good a day as any. So we're going to go in and we're going to positively suggest to them passionately, let's give the fans something to cheer about. Nope, don't like that one. There we go. Come on, lads, show me what you can do. Didn't get a lot of response, but it got something. So we'll just go straight into the game after that and let them show what they can do. We'll see. So we're in the black, Hertha Berlin and the blue and white. They come straight at us off kickoff and get an early shot, but it goes wide. Didn't trouble the goalkeeper, which is fortunate in that sense, but a bit worrying that he just ran straight through the entirety of our side. But, there you go. Early game, early stuff. Decent balance to the game so far in the first 10-15 minutes, though. We've both had shots at goal. We've both had decent amounts of possession. So it's going to be quite a tricky game. Maybe one or two moments will make all the difference today for one or other of these sides. But we'll see as the game progresses. Here we go for a highlight for them on their throw-in on the left-hand side. Duda with the ball. And they cut it across into the centre of midfield. We get a foot in. Bischler on the foot in. Brilliant. Rollheiser onto Davies, who storms through, has a shot, but the goalkeeper saves it. Really lovely sweeping counter-attacking move. Bischler up to Rollheiser, who straight away finds Davies, who is on a real tear at the moment. Since the back end of last season, where he's scored like 4 goals in 6 games, he started this season really well again. And yeah, he's an absolute superstar for us this season. Only on loan till the end of the season. Hopefully we can get him on another season loan, because at that point then his contract expires, and if we could get him on a free transfer at some point, then I'll be amazed, if I'm honest, but absolutely delighted if we could. So that's where we're heading with him, hopefully. But yeah, he's been brilliant for us so far this season. So that takes us to half time. You can see that it was a decent game in terms of opportunities, decent game in terms of both teams having possession, but there weren't a huge amount of highlights, and we go in at 0-0. So yeah, let's go into the team talk. We're going to try and encourage them. Let's see how we can do that. Give these fans something to cheer for, and then individually in their sections, I'm going to say there's a lot more to come from you. Excuse me while I just clear my throat. Sorry about that. So yeah, passionately we're going to say there's a lot more to come from each of these sections of our side. Hopefully that's up to the motivation. It has a bit, but not quite as much as I'd like. And we're going to send them out for the second half. Everybody looked reasonably healthy at this point in terms of their conditioning, so that's positive. So we can make some changes later in the game. Here's a DiMarco free kick from deep. He's a decent free kick guy for the deep lying ones, so that's why we've got him doing them. So he remains in the defensive area as well. So, you know, a bit of a balance there. Mount on the wide free kick cuts it right way across. What happened in the middle there? Something happened. VAR, what's it confirming? Oh, did we get a penalty? Looks like we got a penalty. Oh, brilliant. Shows him the second yellow card as well, which is even better. He slightly got double punished, even you're not supposed to get double punished. But, you know, oh, no. Mason Mount on the penalty doesn't get it past the goalkeeper. Blast it down the middle. Goalkeeper doesn't move and just parries it away. Really disappointing. But we've now got an extra man over them, which is really great for the last half hour of the game. Surely we can try and find a way to make that count for us somehow. Having said that, Mount is playing really poorly. He missed his penalty. We got a couple of slight issues that we need to sort out in terms of how people are playing today. So Gravenberch will come on for Mount just because his confidence was seemingly knocked. None of our attackers are doing particularly well, are they? Bischler on a yellow card, so Siflidis will come in and he'll finish off the game. 2 of our first choice 11 anyway, but slightly lacking in conditioning today, so that's why they didn't start, but they're positive to be able to bring on. And then we need to change something in our front line. So what have we got? I think we're going to take off Davies. He's been brilliant so far this season, but he's not playing well today. And Wilson's a good option to have. So we'll bring Wilson on. He can play the last 20 minutes of the game. And hopefully somehow we can unlock them now that we've got the extra man. Here's an opportunity for them though. Was that offside? I'm not sure about that. We'll have to wait and see. Appealing for offside? Please say it was. Yeah, it was. I thought straight away that it was. And you can see that. Oh, it was very close actually. Much closer than I thought it was. Decent worked free kick in the first place. But, you know, we got a bit of good fortune there. So I will happily take it. And here we come for a throw-in ourselves. Kemp finds it in the defensive area, moves it out to DiMarco again. Siflidis on the edge of the box, what can he do? We're playing quite a controlled possession style play, so that's what was on display there. Gundogdu finds its way in, and what happened to Rollheiser? He seemed to have an opportunity to just tap it either side of the goalkeeper and blasted it straight at him. You can see it kind of finds its way there. And it's an open goal, basically. So again, we've let ourselves down at the point where we really needed some quality, which is very disappointing. 5 minutes to go. Can we get one opportunity at the end of the game to finally break down the stubborn Hertha Berlin side, who are down to 10 men? So Saiki has it and chucks it forward, but to nobody in particular, and they regain possession too cheaply. And he'll have to improve on that as he moves forward. Here they come, and here's Dade. I warned you about him, but thankfully he didn't come back to bite us again. And we regain possession again, and again we can start to build it up from our midfield area out to Gundogdu on the right hand side. Can he go wide right again to Mania? He can. Cross comes in from Gundogdu, maybe? No, Siflidis on the edge of the box. Second opportunity and powers it home. There's Siflidis on, got a decent shot in, having worked the ball nicely across the pitch. I thought we were going to cross it in, but we didn't. We worked it back to Gundogdu, who saw Siflidis and taps it alongside him for a decent first shot, blocked by the defence, which unsettles the goalkeeper. And on the rebound, Siflidis powers the shot into the far left-hand side of the goal. So brilliant strike by him, and eventually we finally found a way in which we could break down Hertha Berlin and hopefully gain the 3 points if we can just see this last couple of minutes out, which we can. And there's a decent win, not a hefty win, but a decent one against good opposition. So I will go in and I will say a good win, boys. Well done. They're happy with that. I'm happy with that. Let's come out and see what that's done to our league position at this moment early on in the season. So we beat 10 man. Bischler makes debut, which is positive that he came on and did pretty well. And there we are. We're up to second spot. People have got games in hand over us, etc. Very early days. But we got another good win against another decent side. So that's Bayern Munich. I forgot to tell you in this episode, we talked about it last one, that we beat Bayern in our last game, which was incredible. So we keep our run going. We've got Milan coming up in the Champions League. I'm going to play the next couple of games off episode, and then we'll come back and play in the San Siro against Milan in the next episode. So that's something to be petrified by or look forward to. We'll have to wait and see on that one, won't we? But that'll do it for today. We're in a good spot. Everything's working well. We're getting people to rotate and play games. Everybody's had a decent opportunity to play so far, so that's positive. So yeah, before the next episode, if you're enjoying the series and you want to chuck a subscribe on the channel, that would be brilliant. More the merrier. If you're liking the videos, the episodes, then please press a like on the videos. That really helps me to get seen. But until next episode, if you're playing Football Manager yourself, then I hope you're enjoying your saves. Tell me all about them in the comment section below or on my Twitter feed. Let me know what you're up to in the game. And yeah, until next time, bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.